What's up, everybody? So the other night I went out to another ramen shop called Ryujin. It's in Brooklyn, and I actually had a pretty good bowl of noodles, but two things. One, before you go to a restaurant in New York City, it might behoove you to check the sanitation score given to them by the New York City Health Department. Just saying. And two, if you're paying upwards of, I'll say $2 or $3 for some extra ingredients, it should be pretty meaningful. It should be pretty plentiful, in my opinion. That's really all I'd have to say about that to begin with. Overall, I could say I had a pretty good bowl of noodles. There were just a couple things that rubbed me the wrong way about it. I tried not to talk too much smack about the restaurant, but it had some issues. What can I say? Check it out.
Send me to my grave.
Tell you about this little lady in my life.
Send me to my grave.
Relationship. Since neither of us ever really agreed on
Yes,
my
yes,
knowledge.
yes.
But I love her though. And I think she
I
loves
gotta
me.
speak me.
But you know how relationships go. Now check it out now. That's right.
So let's go and speak about my man who was cool as fresh snow. His dress code was nothing but fresh clothes and the best hoes. Upon his arm he kept those and kept close with his friends and family. His aim was a bin, so he saved his salary. He worked the job full time, went to school full time. Plus son was always on a mission just to pull dimes. I ain't calling you out, so I won't name some. But he was all about spitting game to the bumpers. Chicks was his kid's love. SUV with dubs was what he pushed. When he came through, Kes gave him cruddy looks. Not like old boys I rode to the club with. Every time we saw him, he would show mad love, kid. Everything was great until we found out later. When his shorty told son, old boy was a hater. She said, old boy be lying, yo, something major. Telling all the shorties round town, son's a player. Whoa, I got pistols, son, I'm a real cat. He just laughed, shook his head, slow as said, chill, Jack.
Cause everybody faces trifling times. Recognize, realize it's part of life's design. So, just to get whatever it was, before you know it, we'll be at the club.
So I got the spicy tauntaun with chashu and extra spice. There was a rich pork and chicken broth. It was actually really delicious. It was not too thick, not too thin, not too overpowering. Maybe it was a little bit salty, but it was still good and flavorful. The chashu, however, was super weak. You can tell from the video, what is this? There's just 3 little tiny, smaller than my finger size pieces of chashu, and it was an extra $3 on my bill. That's kind of weak. I'm really not too happy about that. So even with the extra spice, it was pretty tame. I don't know if they maybe added the extra spice on the side of the bowl. I tried to pull it from the side and mix it in better, but overall it just wasn't very spicy even though I got the extra spice. The egg was squishy, it was delicious, it had great flavor, so that was good. The noodles were firm and thick, and they worked really well with this broth. I tend to like my noodles more firm than soft, and these were spot on. These were exactly how I like them. The ground beef was delicious. This isn't the first time I've experienced this, but it had a little hint of breakfast sausage. It's not a bad thing, but it's something that I definitely would have to get used to. I think this is the second place I've been to that the ground beef just reminded me of breakfast sausage. It's kind of weird. This place has jazz music blasting inside the restaurant. I'm not against jazz music. I'm not against really any music playing in the restaurant, but maybe, I don't know, maybe I was sitting right under the speaker, but I felt like it was just kind of hard to focus on talking, having a conversation, or eating because the jazz music was just blasting throughout the restaurant. It was actually really, really dark in there too. You can tell from the video. I'm gonna try and brighten it up a little bit for upload, but it was actually really dark inside the restaurant. Which brings me to my final point, and that is, after we left the restaurant, I turned around to actually take a picture, take a video of the outside of the building. The restaurant has a letter C for sanitation score. In New York City, restaurants are required to display their sanitation score or their rating. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, ABC. Alpha being the highest level, lowest number of infractions for sanitation. C being 28 points or more. And this place had a C on the outside. I started doing some research, and I don't really want to badmouth the restaurant because it actually was a good bowl. However, if there's weird things, unsanitary things going on behind the scenes, that's something that definitely you should take into account before you go to a restaurant. If I had noticed the C on the outside and knew about this rating system before I went in, I might not have actually even visited this ramen shop. Even still, I saw there was a C on the outside when we left. I started doing some research, and actually if you go on the New York City Health website, you can literally see every single violation this restaurant had. So overall, in regards to just the bowl of noodles, I'd say it was a great bowl of noodles. I've been eating a lot of spicy tauntaun lately, and it's really actually a common style of noodles here in New York. In Japan, I didn't really experience so much spicy tauntaun, but here I see it at pretty much every restaurant I go to.
But they can't charge $3 for these little weak pieces of chashu. For real. Like, that's really disheartening to pay $3 and get 3 little tiny weak pieces of chashu. Change that up, please.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Leave a comment, let me know what you think of my video, or if you have any comments about this particular restaurant, New York City sanitation ratings, or anything like that. I'd like to hear what you have to say. Definitely leave a comment if you have some recommendations for other ramen shops for me to try. I'm trying to stick around Brooklyn right now. Once the weather starts getting warm and I can ride the bike out, I'll end up going to Manhattan more. But if you have any sort of recommendations, please shoot them to me in the comments. I'd appreciate it. And as I say in most of my videos, leave this world better than you found it.